Out of the 4 seasons, summer's gotta be my favorite. We got no school, perfect weather.
This morning, extreme and historic weather conditions putting millions of Americans at risk.
And it's with us for the next couple of days. The heat combining with humidity, that's making it feel very uncomfortable.
I'm here absolutely getting defeated by the sun, bro. 35 degrees.
What's wrong, bro?
What the fuck you mean, what's wrong? It's hot as shit. It's hot as shit.
I mean, that does depend on where you live. If you live somewhere where it gets way too hot, you're gonna have a hard time, bro. But other than the heat, you got clear skies, pretty sunsets, barbecues, pool parties. You can go to the beach. Like, it's lit, bro. I love all the things that summer has to offer. Besides one thing. The fucking bugs, bro. When the temperature exceeds 25 degrees Celsius, all sorts of creepy crawly motherfuckers start spawning out of nowhere, bro. Like, you could be posted up in your room, chilling in your bed, doom scrolling TikTok and Reels. And when you look up for a quick second to give your eyes a break from scrolling, you just see a random creature or some other bullshit on the ceiling or in the corner of the room. In this video, I'm just gonna express my frustration about bugs in the summer. And I'm also gonna talk about the worst bugs to come across, as well as the morality of killing bugs. And I'm also gonna tell a story that involves my dick, my penis, interacting with a certain bug, bro. I know it sounds crazy, but if you guys were in the same situation as me, y'all would have done the same thing. I'm gonna explain that later in the video, bruh. The real ones will understand. Let's get into it, bruh. Let's eat this video out. We have all heard the saying, it's more scared of you than you are of it, when it comes to being face to face with a big ass insect. The very first time I heard that saying, I already knew that it was complete bullshit, because the bugs have the entire outdoors. Like, they could stay around in the grass, in the bushes, trees, ponds, but for some reason, the bugs still choose to hang out in my bedroom or in the bathroom, bro. If the bugs were actually scared of humans, they would just fuck off into the forest or something, bro, and not hang around or even infest where humans would be. In the old house I used to live in, there would always be bugs in the house no matter what, especially during the summer. We even tried to install those screens/nets on the windows to stop bugs from coming inside, and it barely did anything, bruh. The bugs still found a way to shimmy inside somehow. If you guys don't know, I always record my videos inside of a closet. I do it at the place I live now, and I also did it at my old house. And a couple years ago, bro, at the old crib, a cockroach crawled on my neck mid-recording, bro. I'ma chuck a clip of it on the screen. Bro laid an egg. Oh, fuck! Yo, a fucking cockroach just crawled on my neck, bro. So what happened was the cockroach just crawled on my neck. Then I was like, oh shit, right? It smacked my neck like once. Just smacked my neck. And then I'm panicking, bro. So I run over to my bed. I jump on the bed. Like, you know, just like, hopefully, just in case it was still on me, that would have made it go away. But when I land on my bed, the cockroach is right there, bro, on my chest. And I was low-key going crazy, bro. I was like crawling around. I was smacking my shit. I mean, not like that, but you know what I mean. If you want to see the full video of it, there should be a link down in the description. It's a video from 2023, demonetized as well, so there might be some interesting stuff in there. Another memorable scenario involving some type of creature getting into my personal space takes place back in my home country. We were visiting for a couple weeks, and we ended up staying for a couple days in this rural countryside town to visit some family. I was around 8 years old at this time, and when I was younger, I found pretty much every insect scary, bruh. Even the chill ones like mantises, moths, and lizards. So me and my family, we were walking around the town, and they were just talking to some friends and family. And out of nowhere, I had the sudden urge to take a shit. Like, I could feel it brewing in my stomach. We were kind of far from where we were staying, so I ended up having to take a shit in a random person's house nearby. My parents asked for permission, of course. The bathroom inside the house was sketchy as fuck, and it was just old and worn down, so I was already pretty uncomfortable. So I sit down on the seat, and I get straight to shitting like normal. And in the distance, I see this big ass lizard crawl through a gap in the wall, and I was staring up at the lizard, just petrified, bruh. Oh shit! Like, I started crying hard as hell. And because of how scared I was, I didn't even wipe after I was done, bro. I had to dip immediately. Bro, I feel like the most vulnerable position you can ever be in is when you are taking a dump. And the feeling of having your entire ass and dick out with a huge creature staring at you would low-key be kinda scary. Anyways, bruh, let's move on to the next segment. I'm not gonna lie, bro, there's a lot of solid contenders for the worst insects. But I'ma start off with the insect that I personally hate the most, cockroaches, bruh. If you live in cities like Sydney, Houston, Miami, Manila, or any city with high humidity, you're probably very familiar with how annoying and scary cockroaches are. Yeah, bro, you can call me a bitch, I don't care. Just look at him, bro. He just looks spiky and disgusting. And by the way, I'm specifically talking about those big ass cockroaches that can fly. Those tiny cockroaches, I'm not really scared of those, but these ones, bruh, all of them have to be eviscerated. Most of the scariest encounters I've had with cockroaches took place at my grandparents' house. Outside the front door of my grandparents' house, there's like a stormwater drain. And I remember this one time, bro, during the night, I was knocking on the front door trying to get inside. And while I was waiting, I saw like 6 or 8 cockroaches start scattering out from the drain, bro, and onto the sidewalk. When I saw this, I reacted in shock, like I was jumping around and shit. It's so disgusting, bro. Like, they were probably just down in the sewer, just got done feasting on a dead rat or some trash, bro. Another time, I was just chilling in the garage and I was playing fetch with one of the dogs. So while I was playing fetch with the dog in the garage, I hear a sound, bruh. Zzz, zzz, zzz. I'm looking around, and after a few seconds, I see it, bro. Probably the biggest cockroach I've ever seen. It was so loud as well, bruh. Like, you could hear the buzzing echo throughout the garage. And of course, I have also had cockroach encounters in the bedroom, the living room, the kitchen, and also while using the bathroom, bro. Long story short, fuck cockroaches. I bet, bro. So the next worst insect I'ma talk about is ants. Compared to cockroaches, ants are just annoying rather than scary, especially if you find them in large quantities, bruh. At my old crib, once again, I remember leaving an open pack of Doritos on my desk in my bedroom, and just a couple hours later after I got back from the beach, the side of my bed and the entire desk is just smothered in ants. Like, usually, you would expect like a small trail and maybe a moderate scatter of ants around the Dorito bag, but bro, it was like a full infestation. The ants that were in my bedroom were just regular ants. But do you know what's worse than regular ants? Fire ants. Fuck those bitches, bro. I remember one time I was just walking at the beach and I feel something hot on my foot, bro. And it was like stinging and shit. And when I looked down, I fucking stepped into a fire anthill, bro. And I had to run as fast as I could into the water, bro. Like, that shit was horrible. Before I finish off this segment, I'ma just do a quick rapid fire / honorable mentions of some other horrible insects. Wasps. Genuinely, what purpose do they serve? In my eyes, they're just bees if they were bigger, scarier, and provided less value to the insect society. And we might as well throw hornets in there too, bro. Fuck them hoe-ass bitches. They are just straight from hell, bruh. Mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are just annoying, especially if you get multiple mosquito bites and you have to end up scratching it because of how itchy it is, and maybe even do the fingernail cross technique to try and tame down the size of the bites. Spiders. In my opinion, I don't feel like they're as bad as cockroaches, but coming across a venomous spider or a big spider, that shit is not fun at all, bro. At my old crib, we would get a lot of this one type of spider, I forgot what it's called. This spider was venomous, but it wasn't enough to send you to the hospital. One time, at my old crib, I woke up in the middle of the night and I had to take a piss. So I walk over to the bathroom, I pull my pants down, and I start getting to work. And bro, midstream, one of those spiders fell from the ceiling and it landed on my meat, bro. And because of that, I had no choice but to smack my shit mid-piss. Bro, the aftermath was a mess. I had piss all over my hand, I was breathing hard as hell, there's piss all over the walls and the floor of the bathroom. Cleaning all of it up was so annoying, especially late at night, bro. In situations like this, you just gotta kill the spider, bro. And speaking of killing insects, let's get on to the next segment. In my opinion, bro, I feel like killing most semi-dangerous insects, if they are inside your house, is completely fine. Like if I see a dangerous spider, a cockroach, or some ants, it's GG's, bro. Now on the other hand, killing any sort of insect outdoors, out in the wild, is messed up, bro. Like I said at the start of the video, the outside is where they belong, it's their home, and going up to an innocent spider, a moth, a lizard, and doing it dirty is just straight up wrong and cruel. Like you gotta respect nature at the end of the day, bro.
By the scenery, I got cash and I'm keeping the heat on me. Keeping cash, I'm feeling machinery. And this nigga put trust in his hoe, I'm taking it easily.